Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ryan. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not new, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with something new. I'm doing acrylic toes. So I've been offering this service, I just never have introduced it to my channel. So I thought about today about just recording. I did about two acrylic toe sets today, so I just recorded this one, but I just wanted to show you guys the process. Nobody's asked about it, but I just feel like you guys should see. So the prep process for acrylic toes is the exact same process that I do for my acrylic nail sets. I start by pushing the cuticles back. I remove any dead skin from the cuticle plate. Then I clip if they have any cuticle skin that needs to be removed. I do that. Then I go with my sanding band and I buff the shine off the natural nail, which I did not film on camera, but I just started recording right when I started to put like my dehydrators and stuff on. So I use the same three that I use: the OPI Bond Aid, the Not Polished Triple X Bond, and then the Young Nails Protein Bond. Same products I use on the toes as well. So that's what I'm doing right now, just applying all my primers and stuff, and then I will go in applying my acrylics. No matter how my clients' toes are looking, you guys, I never use plastic tips like you would do for a nail set. I never put tips on people's feet just because it's dangerous. For one, I feel like if you stub your toe and you have that tip, that's gonna hurt even worse, you guys. So, and a lot of times people do like to refill their acrylic nails, and it's just not good to have all that acrylic and the tips and stuff. It's just a hazard. Okay, let's just say that. I can go more into detail in a separate video about that, the importance and the health of the feet, but I do not apply tips, and I recommend that you guys do not either. Okay, y'all, so I've started my application process here. So the only difference between doing nails and toes is that I would say you have to make sure that your acrylic beads are on the drier side, drier than you would normally on like a regular nail set, just because the toes is a smaller surface and it's easy to make a mess and have the acrylic running all on the sides and over the toenail. It can be a mess, okay? And in the beginning, I would definitely say that toes, like, I felt like it wasn't for me because I wasn't understanding the concept and using the different strategies that I've learned now. But I would definitely say you need to use a dry bead when doing the acrylic process. And also, I kind of steer away from different brands when I'm doing toes. For this specific set, I'm using Queen Pink from Nail Me Goods, but I don't really use like Not Polished or Mia Secret when I do toes, because to me they can be a little bit on the runny side. But I love to use this specific brand with this specific color, and I like to use Dynamic Nail Supply and Too Cute when I do toes specifically. That's just my preference, but let me know if you guys have a different brand that you like to use for toes. But yeah, so I'm gonna just let you guys watch the process. You have to make sure that you're using your brush to clean underneath the toe, because since most times you're making the acrylic longer than the natural toenail, but you don't want it to be so thick that it's just like clumped under there. So try to make sure you're cleaning it with the brush when you're doing the application process, and then when you're filing and drilling, you will also clean it up during that step. One of the main reasons I feel that my clients come and get acrylic toes is because they want that desired, like, really square, perfect toenail. So when you're doing your application, as you can see, I take my brush and I make sure that the side walls are like very straight, and I take my brush and I flatten out the free edge to get that more of a square look, because some people's natural toenails do not do that. And of course you can, when you're filing with your hand file, you can get a nice square look, but a tip for me is I always kind of make the acrylic a little wider than a natural toenail, because it gives a more distinct square look, if that makes sense. Okay, if that makes sense. But just make sure you're being clean with the acrylic. cleaning the sidewalls and kind of like scoping out that square look. And since you aren't using tips, this can be difficult in the beginning, you guys. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace when you're learning how to do acrylic toes, because I would say it's more difficult than the nails because you don't have that canvas to lay the acrylic on. Especially if your client has no toenails and you're having to start from like nothing, it can be hard. So, but the tips I have is just use dry beads. Find a specific brand that you might want to work with strictly for toes. Make sure you're cleaning up the sidewalls and just kind of like carving out that shape. So at the end, it's not too much to get like, you know, the look that they're going for, okay? you guys, so I'm starting to file. I have my hand file. I always use 100-100 no matter what I'm doing. 100-100, okay? So I'm just going in, filing the side walls. I also do the same step that I do with my nails with my ceramic drill bit, going underneath the nail to make sure I kind of thin that end out, that free edge. I want to thin that out and get any extra acrylic that doesn't need to be under there. So this step, you want to make sure that you're trying to get that nice square shape like I was telling you guys about during application, okay? That's the goal. That's why people get acrylic toes, because you can get that nice shape that everybody's toenails do not grow in, okay? So make sure you're getting a nice shape. Make sure you're getting it crisp. Make sure you get your free edge straight. Like I told you guys, I think in the last video, when I do toes, this is the only time that I file the free edge from the same angle that I do like everything else. When I do nails, I like to flip the hand so I can see like from the client's viewpoint. But when I do toes, I find that if I just file from the same angle, I get that nice straight look. Rather than if I like go on the other end and file, I might get like a little dip in some nails. And I don't like that for toes. I like for the toes to be completely straight, fine lines, okay? So that's a tip. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just filing from the same angle, and I feel like it gives me a better, straight line this way. Like I said, guys, doing nails, doing toes, it's basically all the same steps. So now I'm going in with my drill bit to seal the cuticles. This just gives you a nice clean look. Make sure everything is flat and flush. It's toenails. You don't want it to be like a big hump or anything. Then it looks not natural. So you want to make sure the feet look as natural as possible, guys. Okay, y'all, so the next step is to take like a lint-free wipe or something, and I just use some swipe, and I also use like a scrub brush, and I just scrub the feet a little bit. I don't do pedicures, but I just scrub the feet just to get any lint and dust or whatever. So now I'm going in drawing the French tips. So if you notice, guys, I do not use the same liner brush that I do when I do nails, and this is not like by like a specific reason. I just prefer to use like a shorter, thicker brush, because for the toenails I draw my French tips different than I would on a nail. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let you guys watch this. Just make sure that you keep it clean, keep it neat. It can be hard. Like I said, you're doing toenails. It's a smaller canvas, so it can be hard. So take your time, y'all. If you need to use like the little toe spacers, do that, so that you don't like, you know, mess up your work and have to go back and fix anything. But I just kind of like draw like a little half triangle on each corner, and then I connect it, if that makes sense. You're gonna have to just watch. You just gonna have to watch. But yeah, that's what I do, and then I just kind of like do a line at the bottom to make it crisp. So yeah, y'all just go ahead and watch so you guys can like kind of see my technique, because I'm not explaining it the best. But yeah. Y'all, look how good that looks for real. That looks so good. I love how these came out. But anyway, I'm going in with my Cooper top coat. Y'all know I swear by it. Make sure that you don't like use too much. I kind of like to use like a thin layer when I do my toes, because if you have too much top coat and it's running off the sides, it will take the shape away I mean, toenail, just like it will on nails, but I feel like it's easier on toenails because it's smaller. So just make sure you're using like a thin layer of top coat to cure for 60 seconds, and then we done with it, y'all. I'm just gonna put some oil on her feet so that I can get some nice content. Y'all see how I'm wiping the free edge just to make sure it's not running over and there's no lumps or whatever. But yeah, y'all, if you made it to the end of this video, like always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments below. Leave some suggestions, what you do. If you feel like it's something that might help me, let me know, guys. I'm always open for advice and tips and tricks. But I'll see you guys in the next video.